All right, guys, welcome. So, update 36 is here. Undead Labs was talking about dropping it. They gave us like a date that they were going to talk about it, and then it kind of just showed up today. I don't know what happened. Yeah, I just kind of was getting ready to record a episode this morning for the guide, and yeah, I seen update 36, and I was like, So we're going to take some time today. We're going to talk about the update, what's in it, and, you know, how it affects the game, and also check out a little bit of gameplay going forward. But ultimately, I want you guys to know right off the bat, the update was not like massive by any means. It was more of a quality of life update, or quality of life changes. They fixed some stuff that was wrong with the black play cards, which I've still never seen to this day. So that kind of sucks that I never got a chance to fight the black play cards before the changes, because it does seem like they made quite a few changes to the black play card. I know a lot of people were talking about it in the comments, constantly telling me how the black play cards are real brutal. They're super, super tough. And I know once we go over, you know, the patch notes here, you guys will see they made a lot of changes to them. So unfortunately, I missed the opportunity. I tried, guys. Like, I tried my damnedest to fight one of these dang things, and we just, out of 5 playthroughs, probably well over 200 hours worth of freaking playing this game, and I never got a black play card. So I don't know what's wrong with my game. Maybe the black play cards are just scared of my game or something. I don't know. Or maybe they were just sparing me the ass whooping. Either way, let's get into these patch notes. Let me had that controller plugged in from yesterday. All right, so update 36, quality of life changes. So a collection of quality and life improvements. With today's update, we are addressing a few issues which have been affecting players while also implementing improvements. Here what we've included. So quality of life improvements and tweaks. You now have the ability to deposit your rucksacks at an upgraded outpost level 2 or higher. Now, this was one of the things I wanted in the game for a while now, once they added the upgradable outposts, because outside of a food outpost going, you know, on higher difficulty where you'd get, you know, 2+ food a day or whatever, there was no real I mean, yeah, you can get up to 6, I believe, in lethal zone. There really was no reason to upgrade your outposts like that. It just was a waste of influence, especially once you get into like level 3. You're talking they're like 2,000 influence per outpost. But now what this does is it makes it so you can now deposit rucks at upgraded outposts. I think this is a phenomenal change. It's definitely going to give people more reasons to upgrade their outposts, strategically place more permanent outposts on the map and things like that. Not only for outpost traps, but now for also like drop spots across the map, instead of you having to run all the way back to base to empty out your car with rucks just to come all the way back out and loot. Really, really good change. So there's now a take all action for containers for the survivors that need to grab everything and run. So for instance, when you go to loot out a play cart, you would have to individually take like each item. Now you can just hit take all and it just pulls everything out the container. But it's a pretty good change. It's definitely speed up your loot times, or if you got stuff on you, you know, zombies breaking in through the windows, you can just jump up, grab it real quick, and keep it moving. It's a good change. There's now a drop item action directly from containers, making it easier to shuffle and transfer personnel items around. This action has also been added to vehicle storage, which is a nice change, because before, in order if you wanted to drop something, you'd have to put it in your inventory and then drop it from your inventory on the ground. But now you can just drop it from the containers, which is nice. You can now remove weapon attachments from selected range weapons in the supply locker without needing to equip them first. So this was another thing. If you had a gun that had suppressors and stuff on it, well, you know, you would have to literally take that weapon, put it in your inventory, take the suppressor off, then put the weapon and the suppressor back in. Now you can just do it straight up from the menu, which is, or from the container, which is really, really nice. The zombie trappers and cannibal enclaves, which are the two special hostile enclaves that have stories, can now appear once per map instead of once per community. And I actually did not know that was a thing until I read over these patch notes, that they were limited to once a community. So yeah, if you were playing like a forever community, you would only get these once, and that was it. And I was like, whoa, I did not know that. So minor bloater improvements, the visual effects and damage of the gas burst are better matched. So it will no longer look and feel like you were damaged unfairly. To compensate, the bloaters will now also try to get slightly closer to your survivors before exploding. So there's a thing, and I've even talked about this in previous playthroughs also, is the bloaters, when they would explode, especially when you're driving past them like with a car, what would happen is they would go off, and if you drive, you would not be in the smoke, but you'd get kind of close enough to the smoke, and all of a sudden, boom, your car is covered in gas, and you're like, what the hell? Like, that bloater didn't even touch the gas. And so what they did was they actually fixed the visual effects, so now it actually matches, so there's going to be no more hitting that smoke and being like, what the hell, I was away from it. And now the bloaters will actually try to get closer to you before they explode too. So some good changes there, because yeah, I know a lot of people, myself included, would complain about such things. All right, so better completion counter on curveballs with objectives. Under the weather and missing a few bolts will now read 0 out of 3 deposits instead of 0 out of 1 3 times. So for you guys that don't know, I actually just got slayed by this curveball bug or UI mishap on our new player guide for Lethal Zone. What ended up happening was, it says I needed to deposit 0 out of 1 rucksack. So I deposited the rucksack. I thought the curveball went away. I went ahead and turned around and crafted a gas can. All of a sudden, the gas can cost me 6 gas. And I'm like, whoa, what the hell is going on? So I went back and checked. Sure enough, the damn curveball was still active. So now they went ahead and fixed it, because what would happen is it would say 0 out of 1, you would deposit it, then it would say 0 out of 1 again, you would deposit it, and then it would say 0 out of 1, and it would do that 3 times. Now it just says 0 out of 3, which is a great change. There would be no more confusion on what's going on with that. Now this right here is a pretty cool change, because blood plague survivors are quite rare. A minor change that allows more characters to potentially get the blood plague survivor trait. Now, I don't know how big they're buffing the RNG for this. It was very, very hard to get them. Mainly the only way you would get them is by sitting there mindlessly rolling for survivors in the beginning of a playthrough. And even then, sometimes you could roll one in 10 minutes. Sometimes you could roll one in an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. You know what I mean? So they did some minor changes that will potentially get us more blood plague survivors, which is, I hope they didn't make it too far in the other end, because if they're way too easy to get, blood plague survivors are quite overpowered. They don't take plague damage at all. So yeah, they're quite strong. All right, and then expansion of new randomly generated character names and nicknames have been added to the pool when creating new survivors. So new names, new nicknames, all added. Now that is the basic quality of life changes. I want to take a second and thank Zach for the 21 months. I really, really appreciate it, brother. Camille, my boy, with the 37 months, dude. Dude, I still don't think the black plague hearts exist. The only heart that I've seen were the weak hearts, and those ones look, I guess, the same. But the scary black plague hearts, they don't exist. I've never seen one. And then Lady X says, after 5 years today, I rolled a blood plague survivor. I never got a black plague heart. So Lady X hasn't got one yet either. So Lady X said after 5 years, she rolled a blood plague survivor today, which means they probably did make it easier, guys. They probably did make it easier. So if you do want to try to get your hands on one of them survivors, remember, you can roll, put them in a community. You can go in that community and send them to your legacy pool. That way you can recruit them into one of your forever communities. That's the easiest way to do it, guys. Go start a new community, roll the survivors you want, start the game, go, you can claim the base, instantly put them in your legacy pool, and then just recruit them from the legacy pool. Best way to do it, guys. Callie, what's up, brother? How you doing? All right, now let's get on to the Black Heart curveball tweaks. And again, unfortunately, I have never experienced one, so this kind of sucks that they changed it before I could fight the pre-nerfed version. All right. Now, it has been mentioned that the Black Heart can be too dominating on a community, especially when it rolls early. So we've made some adjustments to make it feel more balanced and less punishing. All right. I mean, I've never seen one, period, so I don't agree with that statement. But those of you guys who have seen one, do you guys, all right, first thing first, I want to ask chat, I want to ask you guys in comments who are watching this, so let me know if you're watching this afterwards in the comments. For those of you guys who have experienced a black plague heart and aren't a super professional at the game, all right, just a normal player, we're not talking to you elitist, you know, top 0.001% people. We're talking to the average everyday player. Were the black plague hearts really that bad? And hey, Sheldon, brother, thank you so much for the re-up on the membership, dude. I really appreciate it. Best experience in the game. It's worse when you don't expect it. Okay, so it seems like the overall consensus is they were pretty tough. Now, the changes, you guys will let me know once we go over the changes, whether the changes are that going to really make that big of a difference. I hope they don't make that big of a difference, but still just make it feel balanced. So, first thing first, the Black Plague Heart curveball will now only appear after 6 days have passed in game, or 2 when moving maps. So you start a new community, they made it now so you can only see a Black Plague Heart 6 days into the playthrough. I don't think that's too bad. That definitely makes it more of a mid to, I would say mid game. At 6 days, you're looking at about mid game if you're playing a relatively decent paced playthrough. If you're rushing, then you'd probably be beating the game right around 6 to 10 days if you were trying to play really fast. I mean, obviously you could beat it even faster than that. But I'd say your average playthrough on State of Decay is about 15 to 20 days. So I would say the 6 day mark is probably pretty good for most people when you're looking at a just your average playthrough. So yeah, I don't know how you guys feel about that. 6 days, I don't think that's too bad. I definitely having that Black Plague Heart be aimed more at a mid to end game thing. I don't think that's a bad idea. I was kind of looking forward to getting one in the start of a community because I believe that would be just absolutely terrible, but I could also see why it could be a really bad thing. And Scrubby Games, thank you so much. I really appreciate the membership. Welcome to the fam. And Savage Gamer, thank you for the 17, man. I hope everything goes good tomorrow. I hope you feel better, man. Again, Savage, I appreciate the love, dude. All right, so next thing, the Black Heart Toxic Miasma Effect will stop dealing damage sooner at higher health threshold, rather than right down to a slither of health remaining. Damage per tick stays the same though. So I've never fought one of these things, so I have no clue what the hell that even means. So the Black Toxic Miasma Effect will stop dealing damage sooner at a higher health threshold. So I guess it used to bring you down to almost dead and then it would stop doing damage. And now they're saying it still will bring your health down just as fast, but instead of giving you just a sliver of health, they give you, it brings you down to what, like 25% of health or something like that? So you're telling me when you're fighting a Black Plague Heart, it just ticks your health down, period? That is fucking brutal, dude. So it's not like you know, like when a normal plague heart goes off, the gas for the phase, if you stand in that smoke, that your health would go down. You're just saying when you are in the territory of the Black Plague Heart, your health goes down, period. Wow. That's rough, dude. Yeah, that is a rough one right there. All right, so the damage per tick stays the same, guys, but the amount that it brings your health down is now higher. So you'll have more health once that's done doing its thing. So the damage voiceover, I guess, added when taking toxic damage to give additional warning while feeling more realistic. I don't know what the voiceover was when you were taking damage, because I've never heard it. So for those of you guys that heard it, I guess they made it sound more realistic. They improve the visual effects for Black Plague Heart miasma. So the smoke, I guess, that actually harms you, they fixed the visual effects for that, or improved it. They reduced the fuel drain speed for the Black Heart thick miasma effect. So I don't, is this where you guys were saying when you would drive into the zone, your car would just lose the gas? Yeah, you run out of fuel in a few seconds? Oh. Before about 5 seconds in a fuel tank would drain and you're stuck. Oh, okay, so now, guys, now what they did was they made it so it reduces, it doesn't drain as fast. I don't know if that's going to be, I don't know if they're going to be making it, I don't know what the change is. It could be 5 seconds longer. It could be way longer. I have no clue. But just so you guys know, they reduced the fuel drain speed. All right. Reduce the growth speed for the Black Heart growing Dominion effect. So what does that mean, chat? Does the Black Heart start off with like a certain size, like plague territory, and does it like get bigger over time? I'm sorry, for me, I know for a lot of you guys watching this, I'm trying to clarify a lot of stuff because I've never seen one of these. So we're trying to make sure that I know what the hell we're talking about. The circle gets bigger, it uses more territory, and it expands. Yeah, that is a crazy cool effect, man. Had it cover about 25% of the map. Okay, so they reduced the speed in which it grows. So I don't know if it grew really, really fast before. You guys would have to let me know. But I guess if it grew too fast, they slowed it down a bit. So it's not going to grow as fast. It's still going to grow, just not as fast. All right, now balancing changes to fire-resistant Black Heart zombies. Wait, it made the zombies fire-resistant? Slower and cause less sickness / plague buildup per attack. Okay, so the zombies are going to be a bit slower, and oh shit, the zombies are fire resistant. I thought the Plague Heart was fire resistant. So you're saying the zombies are fire resistant? Yo, that is awful. Yeah, that sounds awful, guys. I'm not gonna lie. That all that sounds pretty bad. So, and bug fixes. We all love bug fixes, right, guys? All right. So Trumbull Valley Clio Mission Edge Case fixed. Previously, it was possible to end the mission without getting the Clio device, which I don't know how the hell you would do that. And then subsequently, fuck that word, chat. I don't even care, dude. I'm not a goddamn scientist. I don't care, chat. That word, unable to get it. You can read it. Fix for a crash when attempting to access cache community after shutdown. I know people were having a lot of crashing issues after the last update. I was one of them. And yeah, so now they have fixed the crash when attempting to access the cache community after shutdown. Sentinel mutation curveball and hyper auditory mutation curveball can no longer roll at the same time. It was an awkward combination as they contradicted each other. Okay. So they just made it so those two subsequently. Yeah, that's what I said pretty much. I am a scientist indeed. All right. So yeah, so those two curveballs can no longer run at the same time because I guess, yeah, they contradict each other. And then a minor curveball journal improvements fixed UI clipping and a slight adjustment to automatic font resizing. And that, my friends, is it. That's it. That is update 36. So it wasn't a huge, like there was no features added in this update. I mean, the one good thing is, you know, the rucksacks, they made some UI changes, you know, just kind of moving things around, inventory changes, which were nice. Don't get me wrong, definitely nice. And then the fixes to the black play cards, which I know since the last update, a lot of people have been complaining about having issues with. Pretty much the black play card would pop up on, from what I've heard, some people were saying, dude, I had the black play card pop up on my community. I literally had to just get rid of that community because it just was too much. And I'm like, damn. Like, that's pretty crazy. You know, I've never had anything in State of Decay like pop up for me that was just like, you know, that's it for this community, dude. Time to pretty much delete it and start over again. That's pretty crazy. So hopefully now, for those of you guys that were having a lot of issues with the black play cards, maybe this change right here will make them feel a bit more fair. So I don't know. It would pop up way too soon. 2 days in. I've never seen one though. That's crazy. Like, look at this, guys. My guide community right now has been going for 13 days. Never seen one. 12 days. Never seen one. 84 days. Never seen one. 15 days. Never seen one. And then I had two communities that we deleted. I had to delete to make space, which were both well over 12 days, because we did 5 playthroughs when the new update came out. And then even in beta for the curveball update, I did 3 playthroughs in beta. Never seen one. I did play 3 communities out of the 8 with curveballs off because we were having crashing issues. So 3 of the communities out of 8 were with no curveballs on. So, yeah. That's just crazy, chat. Anthony, thank you so much for this. About to face a gauntlet. Should you... Oh, dude. Just, hey, remember, Anthony, when you're doing the gauntlet, dude, you don't have to do it all at once. Do a wall, go back, re-gear, switch your character, and do it like that. Do it step by step, dude. Because if you try to do it all at once, you're gonna get shredded. Yep. But Plague Busters are king. Fire's king. Bring a lot of bullets. You'll be all right, man. All right. So, reason with the super chat, man. This man really said subsequent. No, I didn't, dude. I said subsequently. Yeah, that's what I said. I didn't have to just go back and read Armiguel's breakdown of how to say that. Uninstall and reinstall. It's crazy, John, too, because this was over 2 computers too, man. And Scrubby with the super chat, man. A quality update like this as far into the game lifestyle is pretty incredible in your opinion. Big ups. No, for sure. The fact that they're still, you know, working on this game, still making improvements to this game, still to this day, you know, like Scrubby said, this far into the game's not even development, because obviously it's been developed, it's been released for so many years now, and they are still trying to make the game better, which is, you know, hats off to them. You know what I mean? I always will appreciate that because, you know, the game obviously when it released, it's not like it's a true blue live service game with like a battle pass or anything like that. So it is literally them. You know, they just love the game, they love their community, they love their players, and they really want this to be the game that we all hoped and wished it would be, you know what I mean? And honestly, if you look at State of Decay 2 from the day it released to State of Decay 2 now, two completely different games. You know what I mean? You can't even compare the two games. So, for those of you guys that kind of just came here for the update side of the video, there it is. I wanted to make sure I got that out the way for you because I know a lot of people are going to be interested in what is included in sorry guys, my daughter's letting somebody know. The update, I wanted to make sure you guys got all that information. Now, what I will be doing is we'll kind of fire up a community. I'm not sitting there saying that we're going to play this full community all the way through, but we'll fire up a community. I still have not seen a lethal zone or a plague heart with the what the hell is it? The black plague card or whatever. I didn't want to start a new community because I feel like that will make it so I really don't ever see one. But what I was planning on doing is maybe moving maps with like one of these smaller communities. And then that will increase my chances of seeing one. We'll definitely go through. I'll tailor the inventory. I'll try to make it as much close to like a fresh start as possible. But yeah, I definitely want to have a chance at seeing these black play cards in action. If I go ahead and do it like this, this will probably be our best chance, guys. So let me see. I want to just see who's in this community. All right, let me get. All right, so we'll do this one. This one should work. I have no clue where this base is.
Getting myself checked out might not be a bad idea.
Hello, stranger. My name is Dr. Ursula Hoffman. I was hoping you'd be willing to discuss collaboration on a project of mine. We're a little short-handed and could use all the help we can get.
Later.
Yo, why does all three of my people have fucking blood plague? Like, what the hell? I mean, that doesn't even make sense, dude.
Damn,
and I got no meds. Huh? What? Well, shit. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Oh. Yeah, oh, so this community ain't happening, dude. All three of them had blood plague. I had no meds. And they would have just died one after another. And yeah, it would have been. So What did we do to that community, guys? That looked like I beat all the play cards. You could see all the play cards were dead. I don't know. Was that like, what did we do that got us to that point? All right, so so I lied. We are going to be starting a new community. All right, whatever, dude. We'll try to see about rolling the Blood Plague survivors. Yeah, I don't know what community that was. That was rough. Callie, you know, the thing is I actually had to go buy a stock of white t-shirts because the way my green screen's set up, if I wear black, I don't know if it'll do it right now, but it changes the color. Like you see, I don't know if you can see like how I light up. For some reason, the color settings I have on my green screen, like set it doesn't like black clothing, period. So I can't ever wear anything other than a white shirt. If my shirt's too dark, it throws off my settings. So I literally went out and just bought, I literally have like 30 shirts that are just all white. So that's why most of the time you see me guys, when I'm streaming, I'll always have a white shirt on. Because I have to. It's just how the settings are, man. It's weird. All right, let's see. All right, so we're gonna roll here. I'll nerf this sound so I'm not annoying the shit out of you guys with the rolls. We're just gonna kind of see if we can get lucky and get a Blood Plague survivor, or also good traits. All right, pain threshold miners, not bad. So those of you guys who are watching this after the fact can just easy clap skip over this. Those of you guys in the future living that futuristic life. But for those of you guys in chat, you're here with me. We're struggling together. See, I'm not even as you guys know, when I'm looking for traits, I don't even look at the bottom. Until I see a trait that I want, then I'll look and see what the fifth is, and then I'll go from there. But yeah, when you're rolling for traits, just literally roll for traits. Like, don't worry about anything else until you get the traits that you want. If you see a really, really nice trait combo, even if it's not exactly what you're looking for, roll with it. But that's high pain, hard as nails, always kept moving. I don't know. So always kept moving is not a stamina trait. So if you ever have questions on the traits, remember you can click on them and get an idea of what it is. All right, it's gotta. Let's see. Hard as nails. Closet looking like it's cartoon characters. Yo, you're not lying, dude. I was actually, because another streamer that I follow, Asmongold, he pretty much only wears white t-shirts, and I was actually gonna tag him on Twitter. I didn't end up doing it because I'm a nobody in comparison to him, but I was gonna tag him on Twitter and I was gonna take a picture of all my white t-shirts and be like, you know, pretty much like, I think I got more white t-shirts than Asmongold, but I don't think I do. I think he probably still has me beat. I don't know. I feel like I could probably give him a run for his money, though. Have I ever watched Penguins? Yeah, I mean, I've watched a little bit of his stuff, yeah. Not like a whole bunch. He covers like a lot of drama stuff, and I just am not too into that kind of stuff. I watch some of his like game reviews because he's fucking hilarious, like when he talks about games, but a lot of times he's just kind of like talking about like drama shit, and I don't really care about all that. Yeah, he's a funny ass dude. Yeah, we're not even rolling like decent traits, period, man. I haven't like not only have not seen Blood Plague Survivor, we just haven't seen anything really. Like some just garbage, dude. Indefatigable is a really good cardio trait. But if you're gonna roll cardio traits, try to roll them with like a another trait. Like you get like a cardio and plague resistance, or cardio and damage resistance, more health. Like those are really, really nice if you can like combo traits. If I get just bored and I'm tired of rolling, I'll just kind of go with whatever. But usually I try to either A, roll super good traits or roll combo traits. Army get with the gifted. Thank you so much. Did I change my bitrate back to normal after the Sons of Horror stream? Yeah, it should be back up there for you guys. I think I changed it the next day. I seen Survivor and got happy, but it was Plane Crash Survivor, not Blood Plague Survivor. Now the question is, do you guys think Blood Plague Survivors are worth? It's pretty deep. Unbreakable is a pretty good trait, so I'm gonna roll that Unbreakable for a second. Switch over to a different spot, see if we can roll something here. Do you guys think Blood Plague Survivors are worth all this hassle? I mean, personally, I think they're amazing individual survivors. I still think a hygiene survivor does more for the community because it gives everybody plague resistance, where that one survivor is just completely immune. So it is a very good trait, in my opinion. I guess if you can get one, and the good thing, I guess, if you get one, you don't have to get another one. Like I have one in my pool that I rolled from before, and I think I have two actually in my pool. And it's like, once you do get them, you could just keep them forever, especially with the way, you know, the survivor system works in State of Decay. You just roll them over from community to community. But yeah, getting those initial ones is definitely a pain in the butt. You never had one, Paul? Oh, dude, you gotta at least try to get one, dude. They're OP as hell. Plan on playing more Bears in Space? Jabari, would you guys want to see more Bears in Space, man? I had fun. I didn't know if it was something that you guys like actually enjoyed or what. D, how you doing with the 33 months? I really appreciate it. You don't have to apologize. I hope everything's going. I'm so sorry to hear that, D. Seriously, that's fucking hard. Please, yeah, definitely do not apologize for something like that. I hope you're doing well. I hope everything's getting at least a little bit. That's hard, D. That's really, really hard. A hard to kill cook. I like it. We'll keep that for a second. Now, I pointed out in my new player guide, I like to roll with hygiene survivors. Somebody in the comments pointed out, they're like, oh, it's not, you don't need to have a hygiene character to play Lethal Zone and like this and this and that. Like they're pretty much saying like it's unnecessary to have those things. And then they listed like, you know, their usual go-to, which is like they like to have somebody with medicine and a mechanic and this and this and that. And my thing is like when I give you guys advice on something like hygiene, it's generally to target the main issues that most players have when jumping into Lethal Zone, which is they have a really, really big problem with blood plague. They contract it really, really quick. They have a hard time balancing and managing their plague. They go to, you know, because all it takes is 2 bites, you know, so it's a big, big swing going from Nightmare Zone to Lethal Zone with the amount of plague damage you take. So that's why I try to tell people to take at least a hygiene survivor to combat that. Obviously, you don't need it. You know what I mean? And the person that's saying that is not a new Lethal Zone player, so they can't. You really can't speak for new players. And that's when I give that advice, I'm speaking for players who are not that good at the game yet. You know what I mean? And what you're looking for when you're new to, like when I was new to Nightmare Zone, I used to bring like 2 survivors that had fishing. Because I needed the food. Like I used to have, I don't know why, I used to have such a hard time managing my food that I would always bring food survivors with me. You don't see me doing that shit anymore, you know what I mean? Because I figured out other ways to deal with those issues. And that's how everybody is, you know what I mean? Like I feel like when you're first starting off in something, the problems that a new player has compared to problems that a experienced player has are completely different worlds. And that's one of the things I always try to get the elitist or the better players to stay like, you know, you guys stay over there because you know what your outlook is on the game is so much different than somebody who's brand new. You know what I mean? Like, and the advice that you're giving these people isn't helping them. It's actually hurting them because they don't have the skill or the technical skill, the knowledge to back up those things that you're throwing at them. Like, yes, what you are saying is great advice. It is great advice. Just the people that you're saying it to can't do anything with it because they barely understand the fundamentals. You know what I mean? So that's why I try to tell people all the time, you got to watch what people tell you in this game because a lot of them are super great players and they're giving you good advice. It's just not anything that you're going to be able to act on. You know what I mean? Aiden with the super chat. Thank you so much. That's rough, Aiden. That's rough, dude. That's crazy. I'm glad you're still here with us, though. And Brosabel, thank you so much for the re-up on the membership. I really, really appreciate it. The Horizon stream? Arches, I had people saying that the Horizon stream looked good as hell, man. I don't know if it was just the stream playback. Did you have it set on 1440 and all that good stuff? Because while I was live streaming, I was constantly asking what people's thoughts were on and it was just people were absolutely gushing over it. Val, what's going on? Yeah, so having a mechanic in your community is nice, especially for new players. Rick says having a mechanic survivor also helps with new players making toolkits because, yeah, one thing that new players do have an issue with is keeping their cars in good condition. They constantly are blowing them up. But caveat to that, you can have a mechanic all day to make toolkits as a new player, but I guarantee you, if that player is also having a problem driving and keeping their car in good condition, they're not going to be able to have parts to build all these toolkits that you guys are saying that they need to have. So it's like, it's you know what I mean? You solve one problem, but then there's still the problem of parts. Because I know as new players, one of the main issues that they have is managing resources, and parts are hard for even experienced survivor like players in this game. People I know have been playing for a while. Like, dude, how do you get so many parts, man? I'm constantly hurting for parts. And even some playthroughs I'm on, I'm like, dude, I got like no parts right now. So it's like, it doesn't matter, you know, whether you have a mechanic or not. If you don't got the resources to craft the kits, it doesn't matter. So instead of teaching people, you know, oh, you know, have this mechanic so you can fix your vehicle, try to teach the people how to preserve their vehicle. You know what I mean? Try to teach them better driving habits, and keeping that vehicle in better, and instead of just being like, oh, you know, have this person, so if you do break your car, you could fix it. It's like, yeah, have those kits, you know, have a way to fix it. But my goal is to teach them to just not even need the toolkit to begin with. You know what I mean? It's pretty bad, chat. We're not getting anything. I mean, I did end up with a unbreakable, which is a nice trait, but watch, we're gonna get a blood plague survivor, and it's gonna be hairdresser. It's how it always is. So okay, so like I was telling you guys, when it comes to great traits, right here is a good trait combo. So we got just keeps going and can take a punch. I believe. Yep. So this is both injury severity and stamina trait all in one survivor. This is a great. Now this isn't the best one. Can't take a punch could be better if it was like immortal or hard to kill. Because I've gotten a just keeps going that's comboed with a hard to kill, and it is both health and stamina. Like the survivor's awesome. Awesome. So this is a really, really good combo right there. So I will definitely keep that person. I'll swap out this one now. So that's what I do kind of like when I'm rolling for characters. I'll find something I really like, and then I'll kind of leave it. Then I'll go and I'll roll the other ones, and I'll kind of just keep going like that. Okay, so I'm not going to roll for any other great traits right now. We're just going to roll for Blood Plague Survivor specifically. This used to be so much harder too, because you used to be able to not go back. So you'd have to be like really careful. But now that you can go back like 2 survivors or so, you can kind of like do it with some speed. So their changes to the Blood Plague Survivor thing too also could not have any effect whatsoever on this part of the game. It could have been like in the game itself, like once you actually start playing, and you know how you get random survivors that show up that you can recruit, enclave members, things like that. There's a chance that they buffed those odds of those survivors having a Blood Plague or survivor trait. And it actually has no effect whatsoever on the rolling of survivors. So that's also another thing that we have to keep in the back of our minds. King Spade, thank you for the super chat. What is update 30? So it's a quality of life and bug fix update. If you want to get a full breakdown, I went over it in the beginning, so just skip back to the beginning of the stream. I go over the update in depth, patch note by patch note. How long have we been rolling for, guys? We gotta have a cutoff. No, we've been streaming for 50 minutes. I'm saying how long we've been rolling specifically. About 10 minutes. And plane crash survivor gets me every time, dude. Okay, so this is also a pretty good survivor combination right here. I know I said I was rolling for Blood Plague Survivor exclusively, but I just can't help myself. So this is injury severity plus health and infection resistance all in one survivor. So I actually get rid of this unbreakable and we'll keep those two. Oh no, it's got geek trivia though. Oh god damn it. Fuck that. Damn, and we just lost our unbreakable. Definitely don't want goddamn geek trivia. Immortal's a good trait, but it's not that damn good. It's a lot of health. We chose Trumbull Valley. Got a lot of unbreakables, man, but no Blood Plague Survivors chat. I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes. So the point of this was to try to see how much easier it was to get one. I feel like it's just as damn hard. I feel like it's just as hard. Role and play Plague Survivors has always been hard. It's always been super tough. Like I said, I think out of my whole time I've ever played, I've rolled four. I've rolled 4 of them. And 2 of them I rolled in one community. It took me 3.5 hours of doing this. I did it for a playthrough. And I still have, I believe, 2 of them in my my legacy pool right now. I might have 3. I don't know. I'd have to go look through. I haven't checked my legacy pool in forever. Man, Plane Crash Survivor chat. Plane Crash Survivor. It's always Plane Crash Survivor. It's gonna definitely be nighttime by the time we start the damn game. As you guys know, when you start rolling characters, time starts moving in the game. So if you stay in this menu long enough, you could actually start the game, and it will be nighttime when you start, pitch black. Sorry, I know I'm missing a lot of chat right now, but I'm really trying to get this going. Once we're in game, I'll be able to read chat more, but it slows me down a little bit. I remember the first time I actually rolled a Blood Plague Survivor and he was Geek Trivia. I was so mad. Because it literally took me over an hour, and I finally got the damn thing to show up, and it was Geek Trivia. I took it. I was like, whatever, dude. Yeah, if you can get them with a no fit skill, period, those are like top tier Blood Plague Survivors. Like Unbreakable Cook, that's really good. I'll definitely take that. Here we go, chat. I'm feeling it. I feel like it's coming. I feel like we're gonna get one. It's coming, chat. Damn. They definitely buffed Unbreakable, man. We're getting Unbreakable left and right. And that's a hard trait to get. I wonder if it's just tied to like the amount of survivors. Like once you like, I don't know if it's true RNG or if it's like once you roll a certain amount, if it just starts spitting out rarer traits, like based off of how long you've been doing it or how many survivors you've rolled. Because I feel like you start seeing the more rare ones the longer you do it. But I don't know, ooh. So this is infection resistance and injury resistance. Then I'm going to take that over the infection resistant, or the stamina and injury resistance. Finally got a blood plague survivor. Took about 5 minutes. Well, fucking send some of that over here, dude. Because that's not what's going on over here. This is the lucky slot, though, chat. This is the lucky slot. The one on the end, right? One on the end. This is it. Just nobody hold your breath, okay? But it's coming. Just have faith, all right? We're not ending the stream until we get a blood plague survivor. How about that, chat? No, I can't do that, because what if I never get one, dude? We'll just be fucking sitting here streaming forever, bro. It'll never happen, dude. You see those guys that do those streams, they're like, oh, we're not going to stop streaming until we accomplish so-and-so. And I'm like, bro, like, be my luck, I do one of those type of streams and actually just not accomplish it, man. We'll be stuck. Nah, it's gotta be here within the next few minutes, guys. We gotta get it. You know what would be the fastest way for me to get a blood plague survivor, though? Just pulling one out of my damn legacy pool, but then that would defeat the purpose of what we're trying to accomplish here, chat, which is trying to see how much easier they are to get. But I'm pretty sure you guys can now see they are not that much, they're not easier to get, in my opinion. It's just as hard. Like somebody said, I think it might affect getting them in game, like once this community's already started. So make sure you're checking the traits of the people you're recruiting. But then the shitty thing is you don't know their traits until you recruit them. It's just question mark, question mark, question mark. So what if one of the random freaking people that you didn't pick in the community had it? That would really suck, dude. Because you can't see their traits yet, and the blood plague survivor doesn't increase their health or anything, so there's no way to really tell which survivor is the blood plague survivor because it doesn't affect any of their stats. My deadline's increasing the probability of blood plague survivors to save streamers 25 days of reroll. Yeah, right? I'm over here on life support. I can't stop. They should make it so you can see 1 out of the 3. Shit, I feel like they should make it so you can see all the traits. Like it doesn't, you know what I mean? That way we're not just wasting, because it's just a waste of, it's just like, it's luck, you know what I mean? Or make it so you could like spend influence to reveal traits, or maybe even have a fucking trait or a skill in the game. Like give one of those really bad, no, like, you know, like the quirk skills, like Scrum certification, like add a 5th skill in the game to, or an ability to one of those that allows you to see enclave or traits or something like that. Like if you have a survivor, like I don't know, I feel like that would like be pretty good. But definitely make it so I can see who the hell I'm recruiting, and not just throwing the blood plague survivor in the garbage. Because then it's still RNG. You know, it's less RNG, but now it's just 1 out of 3. Like, oh, you got a chance of getting the blood plague survivor, and then you actually fuck around and pick the wrong one. Said it, Paul. You know, it's I did roll one on live before, dude. So the proof is out there. The proof is out there, dude. This is riveting gameplay, chat. I know. I know. Calm yourselves. Calm yourselves. I know it's hard. All right, it's coming right here, chat. Within the next 300. Goddamn plane crash survivor, dude. I wonder what's hard, rolling a blood flake survivor or rolling somebody with my nickname. I still can't believe there's been so many of you guys that actually rolled my nickname in the game. That shit's crazy. Come on, where is it? Where is it, chat? It's coming. Oh, see the Henry, I'm not using my mouse. Yeah, I'm using my keyboard. It's R and T on keyboard, so my finger, I actually just switched hands because my finger was getting tired. So I can go super fast on it, but then I'm scared I'm gonna miss it. We could generate them pretty quick, but the problem is, like I said, is you risk passing it, even being able to go back to. If you're like really in the zone, you could easily pass two. Come on, please, dude. Please. I'm over it, chat. I'm over it. I don't even care anymore. But now I feel like I'm invested. No, it's not any easier to roll them. It's the fucking same, dude. It's just as miserable. Now, the good thing is they're rare for a reason. You know what I mean? It's like, if they're easy to get, you'd be easily able to stack your community and just absolutely shit on the Blood Plague. You could completely erase a whole mechanic in the game. Dude, this is where video makers have it good, chat. You just get to sit back, they'll just roll their characters, they don't got nothing to worry about. Then they just jump cut this shit out. You guys sitting here live, you're struggling. I know. Trust me, I'm struggling too. We're struggling together right now. But those of you guys watching this on the playback probably aren't even hearing me say this right now. But if you are, you're hardcore. You know what? I want to see in the comments, all right? For those of you guys that are watching this on a video playback and you're hearing me say this right now, let me see that I was here in the comments of the live stream. That's how I'll know if you're one of the real ones. There's no way, though. There's no way that somebody sat through this willingly. Yeah, those of you guys here were here in the chat, but I'm talking about in the comments, chat. In the comments. Like once, yeah, you guys were here live. But I want to see people that willingly sat through this when this became a video. Because, you know, once it becomes a video, you could just easily skip it. All right, chat. I think we're gonna call it. We'll go for like 700 more, and then we're gonna call it. I just want to play the fucking game, dude. I think Blood Plague Survivor always shows up on the bottom. Hold on, give me 1 sec, guys. Let me see, I think. And then one way I could find out is by finding one of my Blood Plague Survivors. No, that one's on, yeah, that one's on the bottom. Like, this was one of my favorite survivors. I rolled high pain threshold and never been sick, guys. Such a good combination. So yeah, this is my Blood Plague Survivor there, right? That's what we're looking for, chat. Blood Plague Survivor. Burn it into our eyes. That way we could see the word pattern. We just got shit luck, guys. It is what it is. That's just still hard as hell to get. It's so hard, dude. Okay, so now we're going to switch over. And I've done enough, guys. I've done enough. We're going to switch over, and I'm going to do whatever comes first. A hygiene survivor or a blood plague survivor. Pretty sure we'll get hygiene way before we get freaking blood plague survivor. Now the game's gonna fucking play with me and not even give me hygienes forever. Are you kidding me right now, dude? Yo, usually hygiene's not even hard to get. You can roll it within a minute. Double geek trivia, why not, dude? Let me guess, they nerfed hygiene. Andrew said, see, this is why I don't gamble, dude. Oh, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I don't even know what sewing does. What does it do? Yeah, it's just plus. If it gave me an extra, like, inventory slot, I don't really care too much about the stack size, though. It does increase health by 10, though, which I didn't know. And it gives you knowledge of craftsmanship? It's crazy. I didn't know sewing was all that. What does design give you? 50% build action speed? 50% facility action speed. Oh. I've actually never heard of this fifth skill before. This has to be rare. Yeah, I've never heard of this one before. Design. Have any of you guys heard of this one? I've just never heard of design. I've never seen this one before. This is the first for me. It looks good. No, it definitely is good. It'll make everything, all the actions in my base will go 50% faster. The build stuff will be 50% faster. Yeah, you know what? We'll roll with this. Screw it. Fuck hygiene. It is what it is. All right, let's do this, guys. Play the game. Can't do it anymore. I'm over it. Ugh, I'm over it. It's gonna be pitch black outside. Yep, told you. Nighttime. Hopefully.
And we're empty. Again. So, whose turn is it to find more fuel?
Not me. Last time I almost got ripped apart by a feral.
A pharaoh. Look at the spawn rates already picked up, chat, because we were in the damn roll for so long. It's gonna be. All right, let's see what we got.
We'd be a lot safer with some walls around us. Big walls.
Got meds and ammo. Not a bad start. That screamer's a little close to the base up there, and the bloater's a little close.
Hello, freaky zombie.
Damn, that's actually quite a few zombies this really close to the base.
Have eyes on a plague screamer.
And everything else here I'm not too worried about. We can obviously deal with it. Let me give this rucksack
Time to settle down. Preferably with some good looting nearby.
You know what? Let's deal with this now on our own terms. So I already know once I go in here, the zombies are going to aggro. So I want to deal with the screamer really quick. And the bloater.
Loaders!
Screamer, not far.
Sets closing in.
catch my breath. Better make it stay down. Almost out of those.
I don't think I can run this long with the rest.
Dude, that loader car, they definitely made it bigger. For sure.
Blood feral moves fast. That's the last of them.
All right, so just want to check nobody had blood plague. We're all good. That was a rough start, guys. So that is what we consider a rough start. It can get worse. Obviously, your people can get plagued.
Getting started.
We got lucky, no blood plague. But we know what our first facility is going to be.
I guess we're good. Time to claim this place and move in.
I like that idea.
All right.
Priority has to be gathering materials. We'll need them to improve this place.
Ooh, good shit, dude.
And we're down to the last one.
Oh, there's more where that came from.
All right, so now we gotta get we gotta get a med bay built like right now. So we already got that going. We're gonna have to go get materials like ASAP. I generally don't like being. Okay, so never mind. No, we're good. So just the survivor I was on is super beat up. She's actually in pretty good shape.
Supplies are home, safe and sound.
Am I going to run ASA when score shorts drop? I don't know if we'll do it right when it drops. We just got to kind of see what's going on around that time. And he's a little beat up, not too bad. All right, so we're definitely going to roll with her. She's going to be our best bet. She's the least injured right now. And I think one of them had an 8-slot backpack, right? Nope, they all got 7s. Great. Okay, so let's swap out this. We'll grab these, actually. Resource-wise, we don't have anything. What I'm going to do is we're going to go...
Last one left.
Get myself a ranged weapon really quick. Let's see what kind of ranged weapon we can get. Now you can generally pull it pretty decent. I usually pull like an AK M4. You can actually get some pretty good stuff out of this site here. 5.56. I don't know if I've ever come here and not got a gun, but the way my last my new player guide started off, we'll see, guys. Here's a gun right
Not
here.
exactly what I wanted, but it'll do.
Last case magic. You know we're about to pull it. I'm calling AK right now. Take it. That shoots what, 7.62, right? Yeah, 762. Okay, so we're gonna eat through all of our food quite fast. We got about a day's supply worth of food. Once the day ticker goes by, we're gonna lose 3. Got materials potentially here. Man, look at all these spawns already. What the heck? So we'll get the car up and running first. That will make our loot trips a bit more efficient. Was one of the updates dropping off road? Yeah, Paul, yeah, they went ahead and made, but it's level 2. You have to have level 2 or higher if you want to deposit resources into the outpost.
Fuck me, a screamer. That cloud smells nasty.
Yeah, so they definitely fixed that. You could see the edge of the radius, and it's acting pretty nice. Usually what would happen is you would get that close to it and you would still get gassed. So they expanded the visual cloud for the blower. It's huge now. Look how wide that is. That is super, super wide. Get a repair kit, some fuel out of here. Nah, we didn't roll no damn blood plague survivor. We spent like 40 minutes trying, dude, and we didn't get shite. It's clear. There it is, toolkit. Get some fuel out of here, and we'll be golden. Coffee. Screaming right out back here. Do bloaters still appear in front of you? No, they fixed that update quite a few updates ago. I've never personally seen it. I know some people say they do still see it. I feel like it's a console thing.
I think I've searched everywhere I can.
I feel like the load times and the render distance is a bit better on PC, but I don't know. At the same time, I'm just fucking talking shit, so. But I haven't had an issue with a bloater spawning in front of my car in a very, very long time. I feel like before they even changed the spawn distance for those things, I feel like it was mainly an issue with console over PC. Because I feel like the render distance has always been good for PC. So yeah, I think that's console problems more than it is a State of Decay problem. I rolled for 53 minutes. The sun will be coming up soon, though. That's good news, guys. Bad news is that food ticker, that day ticker. We lost a whole day rolling, dude. That is not the meta. Literally lost a whole damn day rolling. Not ideal. So now we're going to be playing catch up. We're about an hour behind where we would usually like to be. And when it comes to starting a new game. So we're going to go out. We got to get about 3 bags of materials. So I know I'll be able to get a bag here. Should be able to get a bag here. And if we want to dip our toes in a plague territory, we could probably get a bag here too. What the fuck? Oh. What the hell was that? We also got a shed up here if we want to avoid plague territory. Let's go check these 2 spots. Because I know that this shed is eventually going to have the Enclave move in it. The Enclave always either moves in here or the military base. So I like to go down and loot those 2 locations before they move in. Because once they move in, you can't loot them anymore. I have not tested the grab all feature yet. No. We could check that on the container when we get up here. Oh, first turn. Would like to get a damn crossbow, man. Yeah, so also the thing you got to know, and I try to tell people about this, is the missions pop up. The missions. Don't look at the missions. Like, missions come and go. Like, literally, it's like a favor. Somebody be, hey man, can you do this for me? You just kind of look, I ain't got time for that. Like, you can, it's okay if the mission comes and goes, because you're gonna see it again.
Seriously?
Like, it's coming back.
All right. Things are underway.
The only missions that you really need to prioritize is if you're trying to work with like an enclave or something, and you really don't want that enclave to disappear or something like that. Then you know you could stress it a little bit, but missions come and go. Just let it. If you ain't got time to do it, or if you can't afford to do it, you just let it go, man. Honestly, especially early game, if you're doing every single mission that pops up, I could guarantee you're probably harming your community in some way, shape, or form, because you're either A, giving away resources that you can't afford to give away right now, or B, you're overextending, you're doing you're trying to fight hostiles way too early on, you're trying to, you know, go into dangerous. Ooh, nice. Got a surplus 1911. You're trying to go into dangerous plague territory. You know, you're overextending way too much, I guarantee, if you're trying to do missions way too early. It's good that we found a handgun and a little bit of a rifle. Now, granted, these weapons aren't suppressed, so they're not ideal for right now, but Bellic, how you doing? Soda can bomb, and I know there's some campsites all throughout these mountains here. There it is. So we got a little bit of food to kind of stem our hunger a little bit. Let's go make a drop because that day ticker's about to happen. I can't believe how many freaks are spawning right now. That's kind of silly. Doesn't have a sight. All right, we'll get this right now. When is SOD 3 dropping? Nobody knows, man. Hopefully this year we can get some, you know, gameplay trailer or something. That'd be freaking awesome, but yeah, nobody knows. And the only people that even would remotely have an idea, they can't talk about it.
Enjoy peace eternal, asshole.
They can't talk about it. So we're gonna go down here. The only thing I'm worried about is aggro and a screamer and setting off that plague heart. I remember when they first introduced the plague hearts waking up. Kill this screamer down here too. I woke up this one over here and it caused me all types of issues early game. Sometimes you can get materials out of this location down here too, I believe. Yeah, once I clear the screamer, we'll be okay to clear out these zombies. It'd be dope if State of Decay 3 came out next year. I mean, that was my guess. I thought it was going to be a 2025 game. If this year goes by and we still don't get an update on the game, I highly doubt we're going to see it next year. Probably be 2026, 2027.
Dear God, I'm tired.
Damn, he screamed. Okay. Okay, that sucks. Really?
The armor's gone.
Have we played Dying Light 2? Oh yeah, Todd, we did a full series of Dying Light 2. I'm still playing it currently right now. We haven't played it in the past few days because we've had like 4 new games drop. But we're actually actively playing Dying Light 2 right now. We only lost 1 food? Wait, what? That should have been a 3 food loss for the day.
Oh, this again. Fabulous.
What were the 4 new games? Oh, we had what? Dragon's Dogma, Horizon, brain farting right now. The hell was the other one there that came out the same day as, or the day before Horizon? I'd have to look at the list. I'm brain farting right now. Oh, Rise of the Ronin was one. We had Bears in Space. Alone in the Dark. Okay, so there was no materials down there. Let me drop the stuff and we'll head. No, Metal Gear wasn't a new game. That was just a new game we started, but I meant like a new release. Like we've had plenty of new releases over the past few days. Top off our side. No, you know, we're good. We're good on rifles. Rifle ammo. So now, right now we're just trying to get our hands on these materials. Actually, one more pit stop. Some campsites over here I wanted to check real quick, see if we can get lucky and get a crossbow. NDAs are really, really tough. There we go. Yeah, and the thing is, it's not even that. There it is. Nice. So that is huge, and a bigger backpack. The problem with the NDA is you don't want to burn that bridge, you know, by accidentally saying something like, even developers, you know, all like content creators, developers, we all sign the same NDA. So, like employees at Undead Labs, they sign NDAs, I sign NDAs, and you just don't know what you can and cannot say. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things. It's like, I don't want to mess around and accidentally say the wrong thing. So I just don't say anything whatsoever. I don't even mention the fact that I've seen anything on the game or I've heard anything on the game, because maybe they didn't want anybody to know that. And then you fuck around, you say that, you lose your chance at playing the game early, you lose your chance at working with that company. It's just really, really easy to burn those bridges. So, or if you work for said company, say you get fired, you know what I mean? So I feel like a lot of us that sign NDAs, it's just better to just not say anything whatsoever. Just don't talk about it. So I've signed a handful of them, you know what I mean? It's like a lot of NDAs, and I just don't talk about it. I just literally keep my mouth shut, and then as soon as the embargo comes and I know I'm good to talk about it, then we'll go for it. But so this crossbow, huge find, guys. For right now, we're gonna store that. I'm gonna keep the crossbow bolts on me. It's really, really good find. Let's pop this bloater. Yeah, well, sometimes when, because yeah, some people say, oh, you know, like you can at least say you signed an NDA. No, sometimes they don't. The companies, I've had plenty of them, especially with Ubisoft, where you can't even speak about it. Period. Like they don't want you talking about it. They don't want people to know that you know, like nothing. It's just, yeah, you can't speak on it whatsoever. Like they'll straight up tell you, don't even tell people that you signed this or that you're working with us. Don't say anything. And you're just like, Roger that. Roger that.
Smells like
Okay, so this is where we got to be careful.
Must be a plague heart nearby. Better
Oh,
watch out for
nice. So
plague zombies.
the military site is lootable
Having a
too.
plague heart move in must really fuck up property values. Looks like nobody else is home. But with a plague heart around, that won't last.
Yeah, so I've been spitballing some future ideas, guys. Not things that I'm going to do like right around the corner, but with, you know, relatively, you know, maybe within the next few months or so. Depending on our workload, and what I mean by that is by like the games that we have going on, new games and stuff, because we got a bunch of new games I want to kind of check out. But I was thinking about, oh, nice. Wow, we max wits already. We're gonna go resourcefulness. That way we get that better crossbow bolt recovery over scouting. But I was thinking about maybe, all right? Don't take this to heart, guys. Some of you guys might actually not care and be like, I hope you don't do that. But I was thinking maybe revisiting Dying Light 1. And then also maybe checking out State of Decay 1 breakdown, like just a little playthrough of State of Decay 1 breakdown.
Now that's heavy.
This place is chock full of loot. Resident Evil 6 is already on the list. Yeah, Resident Evil 6 is actually on the we're probably going to play soon list. Yeah, we just got a really nice handgun, 20 round. Yeah, we're making out, guys. This is a really good loot run right now. Playing a South Park game? I don't know. I never really watched the show like that. I mean, I watched it a little bit. Was never that interested in it. But I mean, if it's any good, yeah, I mean, why not? Yo, we're actually making out like some bandits right now, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, this is actually kind of crazy. The worst game series. We're still working on that, you know what I mean? It's just, as things come up, you know, we do it, but we got updates, you know, obligations, like, you know what I mean? I got a pretty big State of Decay following, so anytime there's an update to the game, whether big or small, you know what I mean? I want to make sure I check it out for you guys. Whether we do a full series, because like I said, I told you guys I was gonna check out the update. Whether we do a full series, do I think that the update is to that caliber? Probably not. You know, it's not going to be much different than anything we've done in the past. I would love to see a black play cart, but we could try to also leave that to my new player guide. We still got quite a few play carts we got to clear in that, but yeah, I'm just kind of on the fence with that. Obviously, I know a lot of you guys enjoy State of Decay no matter what, so look at that. Got that extra inventory slot there. We got tons of crossbow bolts. We'll actually switch to this one. Okay, so I'm going to hit this last container here, and then we'll head down and hit this shed here. I've played Rust before, Rachel. Yeah, I've never played it on the channel, but I used to play that game quite a bit back in the day. Me and my brother, we actually played on a, me and my brother and one of his friends, we were on a whitelisted like server that had like PvP zones and all that stuff, and it used to have like clan wars and shit. We used to play a lot of Rust back in the day. But it's just another one of those games that, like any survival game really quick, after a while it just kind of gets repetitive and boring.
Oh, this again.
Especially because you can't beat it. And that's the thing I like about State of Decay. At least I could beat this game and, like, you know, move on. Games like those, you just kind of stop playing them. You know what I mean? There really is no beating it. You just, oh, I'm done playing this game. You just stop playing. Bloater behind me. Try hard. Yeah, there's a fuel spot right here. There's this, you come here in this intersection, you take a left, and there's some pumps right here up against the wall. You get a ton of gas cans and sometimes a ruck out of it. We're also going to farm in for those samples because you guys know we're going to need some plague samples. Evil Dead? What the hell is that? We played Evil West. Army Gal with another gifted. Thank you so much. Whoever receives that, welcome, welcome. We're good.
Nothing to find here.
Nope, preluded. Awesome. Great. Okay, so you can't get mats out of this location here.
So many options. Where should I look first?
Damn, 10 lootables? This place is stacked. take it. Toolkit. Drucker County, a good map for lethal? Oh yeah. For sure. I don't think there's a bad map for lethal, really. Unless you're brand new. Trumbull Valley can give you a really hard time because the starter base is actual garbage. So if you're not really good with, you know, clearing play carts and getting, because once you get past the starter base in this game, or on this map, and you get into one of the, like this base over here, then Trumbull Valley is easily the best map. Like, it's so good. But the problem that most new Lethal Zone players have is overcoming this challenge. Is because if you want, this base has 2 slots. That's it. That's all you have to work with. So you have to learn to work with those 2 slots, which is possible. Definitely possible, but hard. This base, though, is phenomenal. But you have to kill sometimes 2 to 3 play carts just to claim it. And now telling a brand new Lethal Zone player, hey man, you got to go ahead and clear 3 play carts, and then, you know, it's a lot. You know what I mean? It's a lot to ask for somebody who's quite new. So I didn't mean to drop. There we go.
Don't breathe any of that.
Yeah, so this map is, like I said, once you get past that start, though, Trumbull Valley is phenomenal. That's actually why the first time I did a new player guide for Lethal Zone, I actually tried to teach people how to do it on this map, specifically because the mid to end game for this, it turns Lethal Zone into green zone. It's that easy, guys. Once you get the biochem lab outpost, you can just craft scent block and you're fucking smooth sailing. Like, GG. I don't know if I could shoot through this. Yep, okay, we're good. No.
Sorry.
Yeah, just.
My mom's in
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's open for another hour.
That's a lot of stuff.
Okay. Yeah, set block is once you learn how to use it properly offensively, because you can make lots of mistakes with scent block. But once you do learn how to manage your scent block good, yeah, it's just GG, guys. Like, play carts are a joke. You still got to be careful with ferals, but for the most part, you can just steamroll the rest of the map. Come on, just we need one more bag of materials, dude. There it is. Got 2 inventory slots. Clear to build them completely.
Let's hit the road. We're done here.
Screamer out here. There it is. Now, I could have just shot it with the crossbow, but why risk losing the bolt? You know what I mean? You gotta be cheap, guys. You gotta play a little cheap in the beginning. What am I planning to play SOD1? I'm not even 100% sure we're gonna do it, Mill. It was just kind of an idea I was tossing around my head. if we had time, you know what I mean? If we don't have nothing else really going
Sticking
on.
around here too long would not be smart.
I played a little bit of State of Decay 1 Breakdown in the past. That's shit, that's gonna suck. Whew. Okay, lots of things could have went wrong there, and it didn't. We got lucky. That screamer didn't scream, and that bloater didn't pop. I've played every Dead Space game on the channel. Yep, there's a series for every single one of them. Okay, so let's check our resource. How are we looking, guys? Ammo, materials, we're looking good. Let's get that going right there. Now, because, look at that, only 4 minutes. Usually it takes 6. I think it's 6.
We could use some help if you're up for it.
Okay. Now
Heading
that's
your way,
the other.
hell or high water.
Yep, they're gonna want plague samples. Now I haven't looted any samples yet, right? Let me check. I don't think we've got any samples yet, though. Yeah, no plague samples. I do got 2 of these motorized set of traps, which we're gonna sell both of. But before we go and work on those samples, I want to show up these. I want to get these, at least the food squared away. Meds are not that big of a deal, but the food we got to get a little bit of food right now. So I know we could head down. There's a food stand on the side of the road here we could hit, and then I think we're gonna go up. There's a gas station here. I'm trying to think of all the areas we can hit outside of plague territory. This area is in plague territory, so we gotta be careful. So there's traps, what you do, you can set those up, I believe in the shooting range, and it increases the XP gains for shooting. How do I feel about Dragon Dogma 2? It's pretty good. I've been enjoying it, Capcom. There's a few things about the game that I'm not super fond of. Like, I do feel like the combat still feels a bit dated. Graphically, overall, I feel like it's better than the first game, but I don't feel like it's minus the story. The story is amazing in comparison to the first game, in my opinion. I don't feel like they innovated a whole lot. Like, I feel like it just feels like a prettier version of the first one, like like the kind of prettier Dragon Dogma 1. But the combat still feels dated to me, especially the ranged combat. Ooh, shit, scared the fuck out of me, bro. So the problem with killing this feral right now is it's going to count towards waking up the damn plague heart.
I should probably take a break before I fall over. Running out of fuel.
I could have used the pistol, but I didn't want to aggro all the zombies, so I just fucking used the crossbow. It makes it a bit more of a pain in the butt, but it is what it is. The hell was that? That right there was a good shot, guys. Whoa. Yeah, because of that resourcefulness, man, we're getting a lot of these bolts back, which is awesome. All right, we got 1 sample.
Looks like nobody else is home. But with a plague heart around, that won't last.
There's no place like home.
Okay, we got the infirmary built. I'm gonna get these guys bedded up.
find me a sick bed. I don't think I'm gonna get better without help.
Boring. This will slow me down.
So we're starting to get tired. We have to get her back to base. Only problem is the other survivors I have aren't really in any condition to leave base.
Absolutely nothing. Typical.
So we did end up getting the bag of food though, and one plague sample so far. Oh, let me see. So take all. Yep. Hold spacebar. That's a new feature, guys. Just so you guys know. Somebody mentioned it earlier. I forgot to check it. Oh, there it is. So crossbow increases the chances of getting a sample. So I'm going to throw him on the ground and kill him with that. Still didn't get a sample, of course. State of Decay 1 ferals are a freaking glitchy, buggy mess, man. Their movement patterns are so weird. They like do this weird thing where they like float from side to side when you're aiming at them. Not because they dodge bullets in the first one. Oh man, I hate fucking State of Decay 1 ferals. And they don't die with one shot to the head either. They're all State of Decay 1 ferals are like plague ferals. They're super tanky. They do so much damage. They're terrible, dude. They're awful. Juggernauts are actually way easier in State of Decay 1 though. They are way easier. Go hit this gas station up here. Yeah, ferals were way harder in State of Decay 1. Juggernauts were way easier. Bloaters are the same. Screamers are actually easier in State of Decay 1. Screamers used to be quite tanky. I was supposed to swap out survivors, but like I said, those other guys aren't really in good shape, so we're just going to make this loot run real quick. But Screamers used to be pretty tanky too. They wouldn't die with a single headshot.
Premises are empty.
Beautiful.
That's what I like. Step 2, find useful stuff.
Yeah, calibers were way cooler, and like the different caliber of gun affected zombies different in State of Decay 1. That's actually one of the reasons why I wanted to play State of Decay 1, kind of just showcase some of the, because you know we're kind of everybody's getting kind of hyped up for State of Decay 3, and you know, kind of spitballing ideas and things like that. So we didn't get shit out of there, just so you guys know. There was some pretty cool features in State of Decay 1. I thought one of them being calibers. Like you could shoot zombies in State of Decay 1 with like 22 and they wouldn't die. Same thing with like screamers and shit. Or if you were too far away, the damage drop off on the gun would just, yeah, they just wouldn't die with a single headshot. Which in this, it's just you freaking point, aim, click, and they instantly melt. So I'm trying to think where we could go for food. Well, that's not overextending. think we're gonna have to call it food for now. Just kind of roll with what we have. We got a couple days. We got like about 2 days worth of food, so we should be okay. If I really wanted, I could build it. No, we don't even have the space to build a kitchen. Well, yeah, we'll just roll with what we have for right now. Careful. They're not Pokemon, dude. Yeah, I mean, they came at me real hard too about it, dude. It was crazy how mad. I gotta see who that was so we could call him out, chat. When we were playing Pal World, we had a viewer that was kept calling them Pokemon and they got pissed. They're not Pokemon. Stop calling them Pokemon. And then I got on the next stream and I was like, listen, dude, I get it. I'm sorry. You know, I feel bad that, you know, you're upset that I'm calling them Pokemon, but I don't fucking care. They're Pokemon, 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 Pokemon. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is, dude. That shit. Sometimes people really, they gotta let you know how they feel. You know what I mean? So then I just, in turn, I gotta let them know how I feel.
Looks pretty empty to me.
Like, you can't say that kind of stuff to me, chat. Like, because it's all it's gonna do is just make me troll you. Because I don't fucking care, dude. Like, you're gonna say that, and then it's just gonna make me want to just do it more. Like, the opposite effect is gonna happen. You're like, hey, man, you know, it kind of bothers me when you don't tell me, dude. Or you could tell me, but if you do it in like a rude way, oh, dude, you fucked up. You fucked up. Cause now I'm just gonna do it just to piss you off. But if you come to me, you're like, hey man, you know, you said this one thing and it kind of bothers me a little bit, you know. Like one time I didn't even mean, we were watching or we were playing what the hell was it? Days Gone. You know what I mean? And we were at that part with the colonel, you know, when you go down to the military base, you got the military colonel or whatever, and we were watching a cutscene, and the guy had said something, and I referred to him as an old white dude. I was like, man, this old white dude is telling me this, blah blah. That's how I referred to him. My mother's white. I'm half white. It doesn't like like that type of shit doesn't fucking register in my brain. But somebody got like, they're like, oh, like, you know, like, why'd you have to say it like that? It was like the way I said it, you know what I mean? And I went back and I listened to how I said it, and really, and truth be told, it did come off a little rougher around the edges than I would have liked, the way I said it, and I didn't even mean for it to sound like that. So I legitimately was like, you know, my bad, dude. You know, I really didn't mean nothing by it like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just kind of, I see where you're coming from, but you know, my bad. You know, if I say something and it kind of comes off wrong, hey, you know, I got no problem correcting myself or apologizing for something that, you know, if somebody, but when you just say some shit because like you don't want me to call pals Pokemon,
This will slow me down.
I don't give a fuck, dude.
Need to download one.
I don't care, dude. All right, so we're doing good here, guys. We got tons. So I just hit that gas spot that was, and as you guys can see, we got all those damn gas cans, and we got an extra 8-slot backpack. What is it, Pokemon? I don't really know, dude. We would have to ask that guy that got mad in the comments what the hell a Pokemon is, because he was really mad. All right, so I only have one plague sample. We're gonna go farm up these plague samples real quick. We're gonna swap survivors, go farm up these samples real quick. We'll let her rest. I do have a gun for base defense already, which is nice. And who is the better option? Hutch. Yeah, BDX 41. Being, you know, former Marine myself, and I don't like to use that as an excuse for anything. So don't take it the wrong way when I say, because I know some people will. I don't use my military service for an excuse for me to just be rude or disrespectful by any means. I don't agree with it. But I would be lying if I said the way we talk to, like, if you served in the military, you guys know, like, we talk to each other all types of reckless, like all types of reckless. When I tell you I've heard it all, chat, like things, racism, like sexist thing, like the most and people don't mean nothing by it, you know what I mean? We're just busting each other's balls, and that's how we bust each other's balls, like literally just saying some rude ass shit to each other. Like that's how we get by on the day-to-day. It's just stereotypes, this freaking this and that, like it's nonstop guys in the military. And I'm not saying that's okay. That is it's just the culture, though. That is how it is, what it is. I'm not saying that it's a good thing. I'm not saying that's how things should be. I'm just saying that is how it is. So coming up in that environment, I've developed pretty thick skin. So when I got out of the military and I started seeing people complaining about certain things, I'm like, bro, you care? Like that's a thing? Like people get offended by something like that, you know what I mean? And it was kind of a bit of a culture shock for me, going from the military, and I really had to like think before I spoke, because even the way like I would talk to my wife or I would talk to my friends coming out the military, they're like, damn, bro, what the hell? Like, why are you being so rude or disrespectful? And I'm like, my bad, dude. I was just busting your balls, man. You know what I mean? And they're like, that's not funny. Like that's I don't find that funny. And I'm like, okay, I get it.
Empty now.
And at first, you know, I would just sit there and be like, oh, you know, civilians are just soft. You guys are just being no bitches, you know. But then I really sat back and I'm like, nah, dude, I really am kind of being, if for some random person talked to me like that, I'd punch him in the fucking mouth. You know what I mean? So I get it. You know what I mean? I get it. But yeah, it's just a different world. You know what I mean? It's a different culture, and it did take some definitely some adjustments. And I still do it now. You know what I mean? Like I'll even be busting the wife's balls sometimes. You know, I'll sit there and say something I'll think I'm being funny or joking, and she's like, that was rude as shit. And I'm like, my bad. Like, I was just joking, you know what I mean?
Okay, that was my last round.
Recently, I've been really disrespectful towards who? The only time I'm ever disrespectful is towards people who disrespect me. So if we got people in the chat who are being rude and disrespectful, yeah, I'm not going to hold my tongue. I'm going to say what I want to say. You know what I mean? Because when I was coming up and when I first started doing YouTube, I tiptoed a lot. I would kind of let people just say whatever the hell they wanted to me, and I wouldn't say anything back because I didn't want to deal with the backlash of, you know, speaking my mind or defending myself. You kind of just tiptoe, you know, oh, well, I'm just going to let these people walk all over me. And, you know, I'm just a fucking trained monkey sitting here, you know, playing video games for their, and you know what I mean? And that's how you start to feel. And eventually you get fed up with it, dude. You're like, I'm not a fucking trained monkey. I'm a grown ass man. And you're going to talk to me with some type of respect, or you're just not going to talk to me at all. You know what I mean? Like, because I know if we were face to face, you wouldn't say that shit to me because you would be fucking sleeping on the ground. You know what I mean? And the people, they get internet tough guys. You know what I mean? They start talking a lot of shit over the internet. And it gets to you after a while. Like a lot of the times, most of the times I'll ignore it. It's not even worth entertaining. But sometimes people will come out of their mouth sideways and rude as hell. And I'm like, whoa, no. That's what you're not going to do, dude. We're not going to talk to me like that.
That's it for my ammo.
But back in the day, I used to refrain and I really wouldn't do anything about it before. I would just kind of let people say what they wanted to say, and still to this day I do. You know, most of the time I'll just kind of laugh it off. But yeah, when people get really disrespectful, nah, dude. That's where I draw the line. That, and I mean, sometimes I've had people like, I'll be sarcastic, as you guys know, I'll say stuff out of sarcasm all the time about how I'm the greatest ever, or, you know, how I'm, you know, the greatest driver, or, oh, guys, like, you know, and I'll say stuff like that. And some people, I don't know, they don't process sarcasm the same. And people think I'm dead ass serious when I say that type of stuff. You know what I mean? They'll be like, oh, you know, like, oh, your ego, or you're so cocky, or you're, and I'm like, bro, you thought I was serious? My bad. You know what I mean? That's all I can say. I'm sorry, I guess.
If I take out the nearest plague heart, this should clear up.
And we're out of plague territory. So I'm gonna try. We need. Is it 2 or 3 samples, guys? I can't remember. I always forget, dude. I always forget whether it's 2 or 3. It is 2, right? What do you mean you think I'm balding, dude? I'm definitely, my hairline is 100% guaranteed. It's fucking retreating from the front line, dude. What do you mean? There's no fucking guessing game, dude. My hair follicles are on full retreat, dude. We got the 2. Let's go. Let's go. I didn't spray it on today. I didn't spray it on. There we go. Holy shit, Chronic, thank you so much for the super chat, dude. This fucking channel's growing fast as hell too. Keep it up, man. I appreciate you, brother. And holy crap, David, that is absolutely ridiculously huge, man. Good to see you, Ryan. Lost your job, but better opportunities opened up for me. Guess it was a good thing. Well, that's a scary situation, dude, first of all, to be in, man. I'm really glad that worked out, though. Holy crap. David, I appreciate the love. Semper Fi, brother. It means the world to me. And Patrick with the 13, dude. I watched you for a long time, and not once have I heard you be disrespectful. You're a good man. I try to not be Patrick for the most part. You know what I mean? Most of the time, we got like one person, 1 or 2 people that, or it's the same guy who always makes the same accounts and he just sits there and says the same bullshit over and over and over again, and you know, tries to get me worked up. But you know, sometimes. How are we gonna do this? We'll just I'll drag the feral into this group.
Be careful. Freak over there.
But no, I tend to try to not be disrespectful. The only time, like I said, I'll come out of pocket and say something is usually to that one person. I'll say something just to, ooh, hopefully this feral doesn't kill any of these guys though. Has he ever gotten on my skin? No. Not him. The real comments will kind of bother me, you know, when people are really upset about something, and not even in a bad way. It'll bother me as in like, I'm like, oh, I gotta fix myself, you know what I mean? But no, trolls for the most part don't really get under my skin. I just say something back to them, you know what I mean? It is what it is.
Nice to know you got my back.
I'm gonna buy these meds and these energy drinks and the gas. A savage playthrough of The Wolf Among Us did. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Guess what? Something's come up. Hey, all these plague hearts aren't gonna clear themselves out?
Whatever you say.
That would be a good time, but well, I seen somebody earlier point. It's probably the troll that pointed out my inability to put people to sleep. I mean, realistically, dude, you're right. I haven't been in an actual fight in a long time, because I'm an adult. I'm a fucking grown ass man, dude. Like, if I ever got put into a situation where I had to fight somebody, I would just walk away. And if that person put me into a situation where I felt threatened enough to where I had to defend me, I would just shoot them because it's legal and I have, you know, I carry a firearm. So if I was ever put into a situation where I felt like I needed to defend myself to that cal, I would just shoot the person. So no, you're right, dude. I don't fight because I'm an adult. It just is what it is, man. There's no throwing fists like a man, dude. I'm a grown-ass man. Grown-ass man don't sit there and fight. I got other things to worry about, like real life. A grown-ass man walks away, you know what I mean? And avoids, and doesn't get into a fight, period. New York does have crazy strict gun laws. Unless you're an upstanding citizen like myself, you just get your pistol permit. They had some, they changed some of the gun laws a year and a half ago that made it a lot easier for us to get our concealed carry. But me and my military experience and stuff like that, it was pretty easy for me to get mine. No, it's not illegal, dude. No. So how are we gonna do this, chat? I want to spice this up a little bit. I was thinking about going after a plague heart. I feel like we have plenty of resources. Patrick, thank you for the super chat, man. I really appreciate it. Best driver, lover of dogs. Exactly. See, dude, that's what I'm saying. Patrick knows. As I walk away, they call me a chicken. Hey, man, it's just a fucking word. It doesn't bother me. I don't care. I'll make the chicken noise as I walk away. You know what I mean? And I'll just go to my fucking car and go home. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Mainly because I don't want to hurt that person. You know what I mean? I don't want that to happen. Like, I would rather I want to go home, see my family. I want you to go home, see your family. Whatever the hell we're fighting about is not that damn serious. You know what I mean? So let's just both go our own way, and we don't have to ever talk about it again. You know what I mean? But no, yeah, if somebody called me a chicken while I was walking away, I'd literally make chicken noises while I was walking away. So I think we're going to check out this plague heart right here. It should not be that hard, and I don't think there's any overlapping plague territory. But just to be sure, what we're going to do is we're going to come down to this water tower here. We're going to scout and make sure that this plague heart isn't overlapped with another one, and it's going to cause us some issues if we take that out. What do we need for this?
We got a big problem here. We need help now.
Our neighbors just stole every scrap of medicine we had. How are we supposed to put up with this?
What this town needs is law and order. We can't stand by and watch crap like this happen.
The crazy thing is like, and not even like the generation of like, you know, people fight. Like, I as an adult, like as a legitimate adult, I don't even understand how you like can get in a fight with somebody. Like, I don't see how it even happens. I'm like, yo, what situation were you in that you ended up physically in an altercation with somebody? Because unless I was drunk, you know, out doing some stupid shit like when I was in the military, I have never in the literally past shit, how long me and the wife been married? 15 years, 14 years, have even remotely been close to a scenario where I would have had to fight somebody. Never.
Nothing worth like, a damn in this place.
That's just not how real life works, dude. Can you not? I was like, dude, can you not climb this?
Fuck me, another plague heart? Oh, that is a sweet spot for an outpost.
See, now that's the plague heart I'm worried about right there. That's in the Tartan Mart. Now, I'm pretty sure when if they were linked, right? So it would do that. So you see how when I click on this plague heart, the other one below it starts to flash? Because I'm going over this one and it's not doing that. Yeah, I think we're good. So we're gonna hit that heart chat. What's the worst thing that's gonna happen?
Speaking to you from downtown Marshall. Most of you don't know me yet, but if things go well, you will soon. I'm working on a little project that's gonna help this valley thrive again, like it used to. For now, just stay strong.
If you snatch my pizza out of my hand.
We're all in this together, after all.
I mean, like I said, guys, I've just never had anything like that happen to me in real life. Like I said, I mean, there probably is a scenario that could go down
If I take out the nearest
where I would
plague
just
heart,
swing at somebody. I'm not saying that like I'm the man's man. I got all this self. Like, no, I'm pretty sure there's something somebody could do, and I would just be like, nope, and I would just swing at them instantly. Yeah. But like all I'm saying is it would take a lot. It would have to be quite drastic. Because, you know, once I do get pushed to that point where I'm in a physical altercation with somebody, you know, and the Marine Corps, a lot of them, because I was a black belt Marine Corps martial arts, a lot of the things they teach you when it comes to hand-to-hand combat isn't like, I'm not a trained fighter like a UFC fighter or like a boxer or something like that. They don't teach you that kind of stuff. They teach you how to maim, dismember, like that's how they teach you how to fight. It's not for sport. It's for breaking bones, crushing people's throats, and like, you know, it's to maim and dismember. It's not a clean way to fight whatsoever. Like, people would probably consider how I fight dirty fighting, which it is what it is, because I just do what I need to do to win. You know what I mean? But at the same time, we're gonna wait a few more minutes because I want her
Get rid of me that easily. What's next?
to be good. Let me check the other guys. So if I ended up getting into a physical altercation with somebody to the point where I was going to fight them, I would probably be trying to kill them also. So that's what I'm saying. For me, there's no difference. Difference. There's no, oh, I'm just going to fight this person to beat their ass. It's like, no, if I got pushed to that point, I'm going to be trying to do really bad things. Yeah, so this guy ain't gonna cut it, chat. So his stamina ain't there. Her skill, she is the game designer. He would be the one I wanted to use because he has the incredible immune system. He could take a punch, but he's super beat up.
I wanted to let you know we've had a couple more communities settle down here in Trumbull Valley. They seem like good folks.
Thanks, Ray. It's nice to hear that people are coming back to the valley. Take care of yourself, all right?
Oh, sorry, dude. Sorry I missed that, man. Thank you so much for the super chat. I'm not be able to watch for a while to April 1st. Moving to the Philippines, getting married. Name is John, by the way. Go get that play. Hey, brother. First of all, congrats, man. The Philippines is beautiful. I've been there. I went there on a military exercise, so it's probably not the same, but I absolutely love the country. It was a good ass time, dude. And again, congrats on that, man. Hey, just don't be a stranger, man. Anytime you can, just pop in, throw that thumbs up. Let me know. It'd be great to see you, dude. But hey, again, congrats. I wish you nothing but the best, man. All right, yeah, so we're gonna have to roll with her. Unfortunately, we're gonna get a design survivor killed,
Don't
dude.
worry, I'm on it. Uh-oh, that's a feral.
Did he tell you that? Huh?
And I asked him. I gotta go get him.
Okay.
I'll wait for you.
Okay.
I've seen zombies happier than the people around here.
Crazy. What's going on? Hey, appreciate it, dude. What's my EDC? I got a Glock 48. That's the one I carry. It's because it's the smallest. It's the easiest. But I also have a Glock 22. I got a Kimber 1911. But all those other guns are too big to carry all the time. So we'll grab this thermite. This. This. Yeah, the Echo S2 bounty though is for my new player guide, Sean. So that's why I'm not trying. I can't touch that. I need that for the guide. Unfortunately. Guess we could bring the soda can bombs too. I'll bring some extra ammo. I have an AR and a 12 gauge shotgun also. Those just aren't my everyday carries. So we should be more than good with this. The first plague heart is quite easy. I don't even think you get a feral spawn on the first plague heart. Any idea when Dying Light 2? Yeah, I mean, I was actually going to play Dying Light 2 either today or tomorrow, but then this update for State of Decay kind of just randomly came out, so I wanted to cover it. So, yeah, we got to assess. I was also thinking of trying Dying Light 1. All right, so before I head down and do this play card, guys, give me 1 sec, all right? All right. Sorry, guys. The workers doing the office. We had a window that got broken, so I had to go look at it real quick. Well, you know. Let's go do this, guys. Yeah, they had to take the windows out because my whole front wall was rotted by the termites and stuff, like I told you. And when they went to go put the window back in, it got broken somehow. Where should I park? Park right here. So I got 4 energy drinks. Should be more than enough to do this.
Can't do it. Dear God, I'm tired. I gotta rest a sec. How would I get this job again? Finish it. Fire in the hole! That sure left a mark. Okay, scratch one play card. I don't know about you, but I feel safer already. And I'm out.
All right, we're good to go, chap. I didn't have to use any ammo. I thought I was gonna have to shoot there for a second, but I was able to space them out pretty good. Nice, and we got stims, little sawn-off shotgun, meds.
Heavy.
Not a bad plague heart at all. Bill Henry, I've been doing good, man. Doing good. Honestly, I'm looking forward to the, I don't know what Undead Labs' plans are for this year for State of Decay 2, but I was hoping to see some, either State of Decay 3 or like a new big feature for State of Decay 2, I think would be really awesome. Well, Travis, that's what you do for a living? Oh, it's all good, dude. Yeah, the guys we got, they're good guys. They help me out, you know what I mean? But that'd be, I'm pretty sure you guys would have my house in a jiffy. Yeah, they're good guys, man. It's just, and it was supposed to literally, the job was supposed to be they would take wood paneling off my wall, Right, they were supposed to take the wood paneling down and a drop ceiling. I had a drop ceiling in my office, and they're supposed to just pull that stuff off. The floor was not level with my kitchen, so like my kitchen came here. There was like a 5-inch drop down into this other room, and
Hi, this is Lily Ritter, reaching out to all the new additions to our Trumbull family. Before I started the network, I lived in Trumbull.
oh yeah.
So as long as I'm around, that valley will always have someone there to watch out for you.
And that someone is Ray Santos. But they were supposed to level out the floors, pull the sheetrock or pull the paneling down, pull the drop ceiling, put sheetrock up, a couple lights, and that was it. And that ended up turning into them having to fully rip off the front of my house. I actually put a picture on Discord of the front of my house is just gone. So yeah, that sucks. But we had whoever installed the windows in the house didn't do it right.
And that someone is my good friend, Raymundo Santos. If you need help, Ray is the guy to see.
So we're pumping up Ray.
Down there, Lily. I'm no miracle worker.
Don't be modest, Ray. I can't imagine a Trumbull Valley without you there keeping watch.
Pumping Ray up, dude. But yeah, they whoever put the windows in, they went ahead and they didn't seal the bottom of them. So anytime we'd get rain and stuff, obviously I couldn't tell from the outside, the water was coming in under the window and just flowing inside the wall. So the whole entire front side of my house, all the wood was just wet, rotted. It was like paper. You could just touch it. It just fell apart when you touched it. Then there was a huge section of it that had fucking termites in it because the termites like the wet wood. And yeah, it was just, it ended up being a complete mess. Complete mess. So I'll definitely be making up from that for a while. It's gonna take a little bit to bounce back because it was only supposed to be like I think it was supposed to, initially it was only supposed to be a couple $1,000 job. And yeah, it's gonna end up being way more than we ever planned for, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Oh, my house was built back in the, I think, like late 1800s, like early 1900s, something like that. It's a really old house. Yeah, it's really old. And Anthony, that's the rough thing, man, is you really can't tell with jobs like this. I guess the reason why we went into this one with not too worried about it was because the rest of the house, we have ripped down the walls and stuff and we haven't had any issues. We haven't opened up the walls and found anything crazy. So we figured that this part of the house was going to be the same, you know what I mean? And boy, were we wrong. But we got that plague heart done. Ended up working out pretty damn well. Now this is generally what you want to do in this area, but as quick as possible. You kind of like, if I was really doing this playthrough to like, I would have took all those resources and killed the plague heart over here. It would have made more sense.
I need a little me time. My brother worked as a cop in this town, but I haven't seen him since the
400.
We could definitely use more people with tactical training. See what you can find.
And then this is there too. Okay. Well, all right, guys, we are going to end this episode here. Like I said, I wanted to jump in. I wanted to showcase the update. There's not a whole lot that I can showcase without a black plague heart popping up. So I'm hoping that we see one, at least on my new player guide. That's where probably my best chances of getting a black plague heart would be. But a lot of it was UI changes, some inventory stuff. There was nothing huge, no big features or anything like that. Definitely welcome changes. Like, don't get me wrong, there was some really good fixes here. But would I say it's something for me to like do a full series on? Probably not. It wouldn't be all that interesting, I don't think. I feel like there's other things that we could cover that would probably be more interesting. But you guys let me know, okay? I'll leave that up to you guys. I'm more or less looking forward to seeing what they got coming next, you know, update 37 and stuff like that. I don't know if they have something big in the works or if their goals going forward are kind of like polish, you know, like kind of like their work, because the past two updates have kind of been more polish than like features, which don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with that, guys. I'm not sitting here complaining about that at all, but that just kind of gets us into mindset of like, what are we going to see going forward? Are we going to see, you know, more things like curveballs, or is it going to just be a lot of polish, a lot of bug fixes? Because there's a lot of old bugs that still exist in this game since, you know, its inception back in the day. You know, there's still some weird bugs, so we don't know. We'll have to see. But again, I really do appreciate it. I want to thank you guys. I love you all. We're going to be doing another stream here in a few. I'm going to eat my dinner and then going to go talk to the workers and figure something out about the damn window, because now I'm going to have to pay for that. But I think it was prepped for something bigger. Zach, hey, very well could have been. I know that I know the Black Plague Heart was game breaking for a lot of people, and generally when Undead Lab runs into issues that are game breaking, you know, like they kind of prioritize those over everything, and they try to find out how they can fix it. So if the Black Plague Heart was really as bad as people said it was, I could see that being a pretty pressing issue for them to be like, hey, listen, like we got players out here losing full blown communities. I definitely see them prioritizing and getting that fixed. So hopefully the changes that they made to the hearts are definitely a lot better. It's only a matter of time really before people can really say whether it's better or not. And yeah, up next, 2 hours of character creation and Dragon Dogma 2. Gosh, Armageddon, you don't have to worry. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for the contractors. I appreciate the love. I really do. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, guys, where the game goes forward. So like I said, I do have a couple things in the shoot that I've been thinking about trying, you know, when it comes to State of Decay content, period. Right now we're working on the new player guide. Once I'm done with that, which, you know, we only got a little bit left on that. We are kind of getting down to the wire on the hearts and stuff. So once we're done with that, I was thinking of the State of Decay 1 breakdown. You know, I don't know how extensive we would get into it, but, you know, I think a little visit to State of Decay 1 would be pretty cool, especially for those people who haven't really seen it. And like I said earlier, you know, I was also thinking about maybe revisiting Dying Light 1. So that's the kind of stuff that we have in the shoot for like zombie survival going forward. But we got tons of other games too we got to knock out. But all right, you guys have a great rest of your night if I don't see you in the next stream. And for everybody else, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.